Today on wRap. The Ombudsman orders Vice President Sara Duterte to respond to complaints about her allegedly anomalous confidential fund spending. The Justice Department is set to verify claims the remains of missing sabungeros were dumped in Taal Lake. The Transportation Department increases the fare discount for students riding the LRT-1, LRT-2, and MRT-3 to 50%. The US FDA approves a twice-a-year injection for preventing HIV infection. And former NCT member Taeil admits to taking part in a gang rape that involved a female Chinese tourist. The Office of the Ombudsman orders Vice President Sara Duterte and others to respond to the complaints backed by the House of Representatives stemming from her allegedly anomalous confidential fund spending. Ombudsman Samuel Martires confirms to Rappler the issuance of the order for the Vice President to file her counter-affidavits to the complaints. Apart from Duterte, 9 other officials from the Office of the Vice President and Department of Education were also ordered to file their affidavits. Based on the Ombudsman document published by GMA News, Duterte and other officials are facing the following complaints. A House panel pushed to recommend filing of complaints against Duterte after it was able to establish that the confidential funds were misused based on questionable and fabricated acknowledgement receipts found in the OVP and DepEd documents. Meantime, House officials insist on Thursday, June 19, the lower chamber did not intentionally refuse to accept the entry of appearance filed by VP Sara Duterte's lawyers for her impeachment trial. Senate Impeachment Court spokesperson Reggie Tongol previously said the copy furnished to the House had a note tender copy refused to receive. House spokesperson Princess Abante clarifies the document sent to the House last June 16 was not accepted due to its vagueness and anonymity. She explains the House only wanted the letter to be properly identified, and there wasn't any bad intention behind it. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says authorities will verify the information saying that the remains of missing sabungeros were allegedly, quote, buried in Taal Lake.
I-vet natin. Pag-aaralan natin yung sinasabi niya kasi may hawak na mga ibang testigo eh.
GMA News reports that one of the accused in the case had come forward and said the victims were already dead and the remains dumped in Taal Lake. The accused claims the victims were strangled to death after being caught cheating.
It can be a credible story kasi wala talagang trace. When you vanish without a trace, then it must be somewhere where people have not been able to look.
Remulla adds they will need tactical divers because it is not easy to go into a lake bed to look for human remains. Manila's Justice Department has been investigating the mysterious disappearance of the Sabongeros for years now. As of December 2022, 34 Sabongeros were reported missing, while only a few cases have been filed. In January, the Court of Appeals invalidated the lower court's decision allowing the suspects to post bail. It also denied a new request for bail, so the suspects were ordered rearrested. The Transportation Department announces an increased fare discount for students riding the LRT-1, LRT-2, and MRT-3. Starting Friday, June 20, all students, including those studying at the postgraduate level, can enjoy a 50% discount on their train fares even on weekends and holidays. The discount will only apply to single journey tickets for now. But Transport Secretary Vince Dizon says they are working to program the fare discount into beep cards and stored value tickets in the next few months. Students must present a valid school ID for the current school year or certificate of registration or enrollment to avail of the discount. Click the link below for the fare matrix with the student fare rates for the LRT-1 and MRT-3. In related news, Dizon ordered the relief of 5 airport police involved in an alleged extortion scheme with taxi drivers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA. A taxi driver whose excessive charging went viral on social media told Transport Secretary Vince Dizon that airport police at the NAIA squeezed 40% of their earnings. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approves Wednesday, June 18, Gilead Sciences lenacapavir, a twice-yearly injection for preventing HIV infection. It will be sold under the brand name Yes2Go in the U.S. at a list price of $28,218 a year. Lenacapavir, part of a class of drugs known as capsid inhibitors, proved nearly 100% effective at preventing HIV in large trials in 2024. Kevin Robert Frost, CEO of the Foundation for AIDS Research, says Yes2Go will, quote, only be as effective as it is accessible and affordable. He calls on Gilead and the US government to make sure people who want lenacapavir can get it. Gilead says it is working to secure health insurer coverage, and it will provide copay assistance for eligible insured people. It adds the drug may be available free of charge for some under its program for the uninsured. Former NCT member Taeil admits to rape charges in a quasi-rape case along with 2 others. Quasi-rape applies when 2 or more assailants are involved and the victim is in a state of unconsciousness or unable to resist. The Straits Times reports Taeil helped escort a Chinese female tourist he and his friends met in a bar and helped her into a taxi with one of the co-defendants identified as Lee. Taeil and another friend, Hong, followed in a separate vehicle. The alleged assault occurred at Lee's residence. On June 19, the 26th Criminal Division of the Seoul Central District Court held the first trial against the 3 for allegedly gang-raping an intoxicated Chinese female tourist on June 13, 2024. The Mail business newspaper reports the prosecutor recommended a 7-year sentence each, disclose their personal information, enroll in a sexual violence treatment program, and a 10-year employment ban. This comes almost a year after Taeil was removed from NCT after his sexual misconduct charge became public. And that's today's wrap. I'm Michelle Abad. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.